For joining me on the Terror Machine. This is your monthly love reading for the month of July 2017, and this will be for the sign of Capricorn. So let me go ahead and give these cards a shuffle. I'm gonna give you one chakra card to see what energies you will be working with for the month. You got the card of destiny. So what it is that if you're single, you are destined to meet somebody that could be a potential soulmate or could have good qualities to be in a relationship with, but you meeting this person was destined to happen no matter how you was trying to not be looking for love. It was meant for that time for that person to be in your presence so you can kind of venture into getting into a relationship. If you already coupled up with somebody, destiny means that you was meant to be with the person you married. You was meant to live your life with that person and create a a happy life with that person, or that you was meant to be with that person so that person could teach you lessons about being in a relationship or being married, or teach you something about yourself that you didn't know before by you being in a marriage with that person. So let me go ahead and get um, some um, tarot cards to see what can support this energy to through the month. Okay, what you have in the middle of the reading is you got the hangman in the upright. So if you're single, it's saying that you could meet this person that is destined, but you're kind of on the fence about the person. You're needing more information about the person, or the person have to present more information to you to make a decision if you're going to be in a one-on-one relationship with them or to pursue a relationship with them. It's just saying that the person that you may meet is leaving a lot of questions in your mind of how to deal with them, or they leaving a lot of questions of how they are in a relationship, and you're trying to home it down or figure it out, but you just don't have enough information on the table for you to be moved either way of a yes to be with the person or no to be with the person. If you already um married or joined up, what it's saying is it could be a certain situation that's being brought to you, that it could be from your significant other, that is leaving you having questions of how you are viewing the relationship. They may be bringing certain types of things that help the relationship or to try to move the relationship to a tighter bond, but you're trying to figure out if it has a positive benefit or a negative benefit, and it's just they're giving you empty information to try to make a decision on, and that can be about anything that is pertaining to your married life that they feel that they can craft better. You know that it can be crafted a little bit better. So it is either your companion's doing this or you're doing this to the companion by bringing them information, and they're just left kind of confused of what you bringing to them. And if you're single, you're doing the same thing. Either a person is coming at you with info that you're not giving them enough information. You may want that person, and they can't make a decision because you kind of cutting off some of their questions, or you're not trying to answer all their questions. It's not being secretive, you're just trying to reserve some information for yourself. You just don't want to put it all out there, so it's leaving the person kind of confused and don't know which way to move. Either they doing this to you or you doing this to somebody by you wanting to be in a relationship, but you putting out mixed signals like you're not wanting to be in a relationship, and it's leaving the person very confused. What you have underneath you is the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is being blinded to make a decision. You're pulled, you so stuck on making a decision that you don't know which way to go, and you feel like you're not analyzing everything to its full potential to make a decision. And so basically, if you're single, you may be doing this to somebody, or somebody's doing this to you, is having you super confused. You got two confusion cards on the table. You got the Hangman and the Two of Swords upright. So whoever you're dealing with, or how you present yourself to somebody to be in a relationship, you leaving the person super confused to make a decision if you are a potential candidate. Either you're doing this or somebody's doing this to you. They can't figure out what do you want in a relationship, because no information is getting put on the table of what do you want out of a relationship, or what do you need out of a relationship, or how do that person fit into a relationship with you, that either there is super stuck and they're not going to move until they get all the information, or they can fully wrap their head around of what you already told them, or they could be doing this to you by leaving you so confused that you would decide not to move forward of getting that person, because the information that they're giving you is very loose leaf about how they was in a relationship before, and it's confusing you at the same time that you cannot make a definite decision of either you want the person or you don't want the person. If you already coupled up, is what it's saying is whatever your companion is bringing into the relationship, like I said, super confusion. Now your head is so wrapped around of what they telling you that you don't know which way to go, or you're stuck on how to move forward with what they brought you, even though whatever they trying to interject in the relationship could be having a positive effect. It's being left so loose leaf out there. It's left to the interpretation of your companion, and you may not want your companion to interpret what you want wrong. So they decide, if they interpret it wrong, they're in kind of the doghouse. So they would rather just stay where they at and keep trying to analyze the information that you gave them that could help the relationship. They rather sit there and keep analyzing it to they just get themselves confused on how everything's supposed to be moving forward in your relationship. Either your companion's doing this to you, or you doing this to your companion by having this confusion or this undecisiveness that is being interjected in your relationship. What you have in the past is the Queen of Cups in reverse. So maybe if you're single, that means you met somebody in the past that basically they was a person, or somebody thought this about you when you met them, that you was over emotional, or this person was over emotional. They blew everything out of proportion, even if you brought them something that wasn't pertaining to anything of a relationship, or talking about getting into a relationship. They kept feeling like it hit them at the heart space, or you was really talking about them in sly tongues or whatever, that you was stating just a general opinion and it hit them, or you was stating some general information about how you want to have a certain type of relationship, because swords usually will say, because you're dealing with swords, that you would deal with correct information and know how to use it. But in the past, you dealt this to somebody, and they felt like what you was conveying verbally to try to get them in a relationship was kind of hitting them at a heart space, or it was something that they didn't want to deal with, and they sent them into a kind of a weird emotional roller coaster kind of in the sort of effect. Either they did this to you, or you did this to somebody else. And if you already coupled up, it's just saying that during the past, your companion or your significant other was over emotional to a point that you couldn't bring in something that could have worked as a positive in the relationship. Anything that you was bringing to them was, they was being super emotional about it, or flying off the end off of it, or they was taking it the wrong way. Like if you was trying to bring up something positive in the past to help work the relationship, they was going to the total opposite side of it and getting over emotional, like everything was going bad. And that's like a feeling in the past. Either you was doing this to your companion, or your companion was doing this to you. Every time you was trying to bring up certain things that could help the relationship, they was looking at the bad side of it and putting too much emotion into it when you was trying to interject something else into the relationship. What you have crowning the top of you is the 10 of wands in reverse. The 10 of wands in reverse is, for singles, you may have, you came to a point that you decided not to take on somebody with a lot of burdens, no matter what their burdens was. Maybe in the past you um um was dealing with a person that was over emotional or had a lot of baggage with them, and you just felt it was too much for you, and you probably jumped out of that relationship. Now you're looking for a new one, and it's like almost saying, well, the next one I'm gonna get into, it better not come with a bunch of drama, or I don't want to deal with a drama person or somebody else's baggage they don't know how to clean up on their own. Either somebody's thinking this about you, or you're thinking this about somebody you're meeting, that you're hoping and wishing that this person would come to you with no damn baggage. What you basically, they don't have no they're drama free. They're a drama free person that you want to deal with and be in a one-on-one relationship with them. If you already coupled up, it's saying that maybe you is doing this, or your companion is doing this, that they're trying to remove the little knick-knack drama that's going on in your relationship, that they feel is being a negative to your relationship, that is not doing both of y'all any good, to be focusing on knick-knack bullshit that doesn't make no sense to better both of you as a couple, no matter if it's is a building something together, or doing more stuff time alone with each other, or it's just you got to this point with your companion, or your companion got to this point that they're putting their foot down and they don't want to deal with no kind of drama from the outside, or and they don't want drama in the relationship, because they feel that your relationship is stable enough now that even if drama came in, y'all is two better people than that to let it interfere with anything. So maybe your companion or you is putting that outside drama coming in and causing a disruption to your relationship. The last card you have is the 8 of wands in the upright. So the 8 of wands in the upright means that either somebody, singles, either somebody's coming at you, or you're coming at somebody way too fast. You seen somebody that you really want to be in a relationship with, but you're rushing up on the person so fast that you probably leaving the person like super confused, or you giving your information out to that person about how you is so fast, it's leaving them confused, and they don't know how to take the information that you giving them about yourself. And it's like, or this person is rushing up on you like that, and they just kind of spilling what they want to get to get with you, but they're doing it so fast it's just leaving you wondering what the hell is going on, or why this person is coming at you this kind of way, or why is this person all of a sudden rushing up on me, but they're not telling me really nothing about themselves or how they was in a relationship before, and every time I ask questions they kind of leave the information out or dance around the subject. And to me, the hangman in the upright is dance around the subject. They're dancing around the subject. You may be bringing up certain questions to try to help you make a decision if that person is the right person for you to be in a relationship with, and that person person, when you bring it up, they're dancing around the situation, or they dancing around the question by either not answering the question, or they giving you a half empty answer, and it's just leaving you just dumbfounded, basically. um you could be doing this to somebody, or somebody is doing this to you who wants to be in a relationship with you. If you are already coupled up, what it's saying is that your relationship now, for the month after you drop all this drama baggage out of the relationship and don't let it affect your one-on-one, your relationship will start to progress forward at a pace that you would like it, or your companion will have this more drive to do things that will help the relationship be better. They will actually start to have some kind of, I want to say, they would be more enthusiastic about doing certain things that you bring up. Maybe they're not too enthusiastic about doing it in the past because it was a lot of drama interfering with your bond. Either your companion's thinking this, or you're thinking this about the companion, but there you're going to end up, once the drama is gone, you're going to end up having more passion and more drive to move the relationship forward. And once the drama is gone, it's going to end up moving at a progressive pace, or a pace that either you and your companion can keep. You will like the speed of where the direction of your one-on-one bond is moving. So let me go ahead and get some clarifiers. I really don't want to clarify the queen of cups, because everybody is just drama. But I do want to clarify this two of swords, and figure out, even though it's not in the reverse, I want to see what is having you stuck on not making a decision on something. And I want to do this drama card, what this burden was. Okay, you got the sun in the upright. So, what it's saying to me, when you have double confusion with the sun, that means somebody is making a empty promise of something better. Maybe you're trying to compare this person to somebody you had in the past, so they're kind of stepping up by over, like, you will talk to somebody that you say you used to be in a relationship with somebody and they treated you good. Now you meet a new person. That person is trying to outshine the old person you used to be with by kind of talking and throwing like half words up in it, and it's leaving you confused to figure out, is it really true or not true. That they making themselves better than your past. That's what it is they are making themselves better than their past. And that's what I'm getting a feeling on for singles. Either you're doing this to somebody, or somebody doing this to you, that they present themselves to you with wanting to get in a one-on-one relationship, and they're trying to make themselves better than what you had before. That's what they trying to throw that kind of weird shine on it, like they'd have cast me out and you didn't have good until you got with them. And that's what I'm getting. And they trying to make themselves like they the renewal, they the ones that bring the rejuvenation to the relationship. They just to catch me out as soon as you jumped in their face, and they outshining your past, basically. That's what I'm getting a feeling. If you already coupled up, it's what it's saying is that either your companion is presenting something to you that's outside their character that they wouldn't do before, and they're trying to make it like it's the move for y'all to do. But either you doing this with your companion, or your companion doing this to you, is trying to present something to you, and it's supposed to be like the fix all to the relationship kind of hand manual book kind of thing. And they're trying to hand it to you, and you're being very skeptical. And that's why the whole thing about you having the the two of swords is maybe they're presenting this like this is the fix all to our relationship, but you're being very skeptical about it because maybe your companion is bringing it to you and not telling you all the information or all the stuff that's involved to kind of make it a fix all, and you being real skeptical about it, and they just presenting a idea that could help your relationship, but you're just unsure about moving on it. It may sound good, but it's not known or proven, kind of. Let's see what the second card you have. Oh yeah, Five of Swords. So basically, what it's saying is, if you're single, what it's saying is that this person was trying to get you real quick with the eight of wands. They was trying to get you real quick and promise you these moons and stars, this lucky charms in a box, but basically they're shooting themselves in the foot because you already know that whatever they promising is not what you had before. They kind of shoot, they ain't winning. Basically, you already know internal wise there ain't winning on what they're presenting to you, because the five of swords in the upright usually means a win at any cost, but when it's in reverse, I call it shoot yourself in the foot kind of card. You shot yourself, that person, either you shot yourself in the foot by talking to this person and over promising stuff, or that person is shot himself or herself in the foot by over promising some stuff, and then all you see is foot inside mouth kind of thing. You know it, and I think you have a sense for it. At least the person ain't, you ain't got no coin card, so they ain't trying to get, they really want to be in a relationship, but they're shooting themselves in the foot by over promising something that they know they may not be able to come through with, or you may be promising something that you may be not able to come through with when you're trying to get into a one-on-one relationship with this person. If you are already coupled up, what it's saying is that whatever your companion is bringing in that sound like moons and stars, that or to fix all to the relationship, you already know it may not work. It's just saying you already know it may not work. You may be playing like you're not understanding with or being confused about it. To me, if you already coupled up, it's saying that whatever your companion is bringing up in a relationship, or either you're doing this with your companion or your companion is doing this, they're not moving on it because they already see it's a dead road, kind of. It's a dead road, and it's kind of, it ain't gonna work. Maybe they picked up this idea from one of their co-workers that's already in a relationship, and it may work for their relationship, but you're two different type of people than your friends at work or whatever, and they bring it to you as the catch me out, and you already see you kind of shooting yourself in the foot by bringing me something that worked with somebody else that are two different people. That's not going to work. That's not the crunk. That's just not going to do. And you probably already see that. You're just sitting there not trying to even move with it or make a decision on either yes or no of doing it, and you probably said, nah, I'm just going to stay here and hope that what he or she is talking about would die based on time. If it never gets brought up again, it's going to die, and I don't have to hear it no more. So it's one of those things. Let me see about these 10 of wands with this drama that was interfering with singles and married people. See what the drama was about. The Four of Pentacles. The drama for singles. Either you did this to somebody or somebody did this to you. The drama was about somebody being closed off, or being reserved, or wasn't not giving up enough information. Was just not giving up enough information for you to make a concrete decision of either to be in a relationship with that person or not be in a relationship with that person. They was holding back certain things, and when they was holding back certain things, or a person is holding back certain things, they're creating another set of drama that you don't want to deal with. Now you have to play Columbo and try to find out if this information is really true, not true. Then here it comes. You got to go and ask some ex people or some people that know him, and you have to be Sherlock Holmes just to figure out what this person is about. And maybe that's part of the drama that you don't want to deal with by moving forward. You don't want a person that won't tell you everything about themselves, and you don't want a person that is not true enough to expose all what they have. And it's not really money, but it's more of where they physical state is when it comes to being in a relationship. And maybe that's one of the confusions that you had in the past with dealing with over emotional people and these closed off people that was being the Four of Coins is not secretive. It's just being reserved and closed off to anything that they're trying to stay neutral of what they have. And even that is with information that they tell to other people. And that's what maybe is one of those things that you don't want to deal with. You want somebody to come and just put it all on the table so you can make a logical decision to be in a one-on-one relationship with them. Either you're going to be presenting this to somebody that you're going to meet in a month, or somebody going to present this to you. Like you messing around with the information, just drop the dime and let's just keep it moving. And that's what's going to end up happening. If you are already coupled up, one of the reasons that you are tired of the drama, every time you're bringing something up to your companion or your companion is bringing it up to you, you're closing off and not putting, you staying too neutral on a situation that should have your input in. That's what I'm just break it all the way down to the final compound, that you're being way too closed off. Your companion may be bringing you something that could help both of y'all, but it's the saying that I grew up with: closed mouth don't get fed. And that's what is happening. You closing yourself off, and maybe that's why you is doing this with your companion, or your companion is doing this to you, that they're kind of tired of you not putting the input in when they ask you. And it's kind of one is causing a drama when you're not saying something. Even if you say something, at least that's enough information to make a decision and not be spun off hanging somewhere trying to figure out some stuff. It's you being closed off to your companion, of not expressing what you need to express, and your companion probably at this time is tired of it. When he's saying speak, he or she is saying drop that dime, tell it. Your 5 minutes is gone. It is coming up now. You need to speak on it. Basically, once they ask for your opinion, or ask for something that could help the relationship, and they want you to stop being closed off and express what they're going to express if it has a physical benefit to the relationship. If you see it has a negative benefit of whatever they bringing up, and it's going to have a negative reaction, you still open up your mouth and put your foot down and say, wait a minute, that's not sounding right. It's sounding like moons and stars, and no, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. But state it out there and craft your relationship with your significant other, so you both won't be running on a bad course on just doing things without somebody else having some input and being too reserved on what they need to say when it comes to the relationship. There you go, the hangman. There it is. There it is. Definitely dealing with loose leaf information. I didn't want that card to flip out for singles. Either somebody's doing this to you, or you doing this to somebody. Like I said before, whoever you dealing with, they're not spilling it. They being reserved. They're not going to tell you everything. They leaving you in confusion, and you're tired of it. This is probably some leftover energy from last month. Basically, you're dealing with somebody that keeps presenting themselves, that you may find that they are interest, but they keep, every time you may talk to them last month, ain't seen them for a minute, then they're gonna pop up this month and they're gonna have the same old talking that moons and stars, and being very confused on what they're talking about. shooting themselves in the foot. They haven't really changed, and it's still leaving you confused and can't make a decision on either you want the person or you don't want the person, and you feel like it's a form of drama, and you're just kind of over it. You definitely over a point of dealing with people that keep leaving you suspended based on what they want in a relationship. You're kind of over that. Either the person you meet is over that, or you're over that when you go and meet somebody, that you over dealing with people that is giving you loose leaf information and keeping you stuck in the middle. And when a person keeps you stuck in the middle, all that means is they keeping you as a fallback. Let me just go ahead and break it down for you, that if somebody's not going to give you information, leave you confused and leave you suspended on what they say for a couple weeks, they're going to go off and find somebody else. When they get kicked, they're going to come back to you because you still left confused and ain't figured the person out. And that's what's happening. You're dealing with somebody like this, or you're doing this to somebody by telling them stuff, having them confused, having them try to wrap their head around it for the next couple of weeks. You're running off, or they're running off, going real fast to find something else. When that blows up, they come back to you because you stuck with the same question. It is what it is. I have to break it down. It is what it is. It's a weird loop, but it's a loop that you're tired of. And I can tell Capricorn is definitely tired of this loose leaf information that's having them going on stupid, because they're about their coins. And if you ain't got no coins, or you ain't talking about something physical that they can help them, they usually will not pay attention and keep it moving. But it's it's what this person is saying and promising to you that keeps you levitated to the person, or keeps you intrigued with the person. It's something about what this person is saying, or you're saying this to somebody, that these people are sticking around. It's like reading a book and you're not getting to the end of the book, of the final chapter to it, and it's just having you on pins and needles because you want to know what's the last part of it. And this is actually physically going on with somebody that you're dealing with for this month. If you already coupled up, it's just saying that the information that your companion is bringing to you is still leaving you confused, and you're kind of tired of having the confusion when it comes to having your one-on-one relationship, so you can build stuff. You're tired of the confusion, and you're tired of your companion being reserved and not really saying nothing. So those are the kind of the elements that need to be dropped out of your relationship. Is basically have your companion to speak their mind, and don't be reserved on everything you bring up into the relationship that could help it. And it will flip the hangman in reverse, and you can start making decisions and moving on with your life at a progressive speed of building something positive in your relationship. So I hope you like this reading. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Go ahead and leave your comments at the bottom. You can thumb the video up or down, and I'll talk to you later.